So is the new Daytona 1.5 ton aluminum racing jack any better than the 1.5 ton Pittsburgh racing jack? Let's find out. This green lifty boy came home with me the other day after going to the dentist and being high on Novocaine. Taking one look at the sale price, I knew it was time to pop on it. This 1.5 ton Pittsburgh racing jack though has been fantastic. I've been wanting to get another one, and seeing that they released a seemingly upgraded version of it, I had to try this one out. Let's start by taking a look at the physical differences. Most obvious is the front wheel setup. You can see it's wider and goes past the outside of these supports. On the Pittsburgh, it's within them. That's the main thing I was thinking with the new Daytona. The wider stance would be a little more stable. Using this one at about its max capacity, you have the bar up, it starts to go one way or the other unless the load is perfectly centered. So with the new Daytona, I'm hoping that's lessened. Looking them over, you can take a look at the weld quality. On the Daytona, they look like thicker welds with better penetration. Compared to the Pittsburgh, you can see that looks pretty crappy. Those kind of weld differences can be seen throughout. Again, not near as nice on the original Pittsburgh. Now let's go see how they're going to be put to the test. All right, your girl might be thicker than a Snicker. My girl's heavy like a Chevy. These light jacks are great because moving around off-road, on gravel, they're a lot easier to lift and manipulate. Since this is a hi-ho, we're gonna need a chunk of wood to help them get up there. Tire just off the ground. You can see it's bending a little bit now. Get in there. It's just starting to get askew, and that's the problem. The high end of this Tahoe's weight's probably 6,000 pounds, so front end be more than 3,000. We're trying to lift one corner of it. It's getting close to the limit. Getting a little bend in her again, but it's close to the tolerance. Now we're free. Nice and easy. Let's see if it could be topped. Block on. All right, let's see if it can go straight up now. A little deflection off the bat. It is pumping easier though. It's taking less effort to get it up. And I believe it's, whoa, that's way off the ground. Okay, from a pumping standpoint, this one's doing better. Let's see if the tire spins. Yep, that was much easier. So the deflection I'm talking about on these is when these black bars in here, they start going outside of one side of this aluminum support, one way or the other. I've seen two of these be bent on this flat support. Two friends have had them bend. I imagine it's because the weight's not evenly loaded. Bar starts bending out and then this caves in and the jack's done for. However, the Daytona, I only set that up once. It wanted to work really well. And Pittsburgh's always been like this. You had to be careful. You're jacking it up just right. It does not have the bending problem when you're doing lighter vehicles. I have a Tacoma, lifting up the front or the back, it doesn't care. It's really hard to get it to want to deflect. But when you're getting toward some heavier loads, that's when you got to watch out. Let's let her back down and see if we can get a count of pumps to tire off the ground on each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's way off the ground. All right, back to Pittsburgh. Okay, we have contact. 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot more effort with this one. It's kind of always been this way. It's felt like it's been its limit. That was 4 pumps and we're free. All right, they seem equal, but it did take a lot more force to get the Pittsburgh up to the same height. And back down. All right, the main tests of these jacks being, lifting up vehicles, the Daytona felt much nicer. It rolls much nicer. Now the Pittsburgh is 4 years old. I've used it a lot, lifting up this Tahoe. It's always a good idea to use equipment that's rated for much more than you're doing, but these are so convenient. They're small, they're light, and it's easy to carry with you. The blue Pittsburgh I've had just stashed under my middle seat, so as far as that goes, the Daytona's looking pretty good. It's, at the time, $30 more regular price. So is it worth $30 more? Let's go to the final test and see if we can't prove that. They are not bulletproof equally. The Daytona's pretty good. It's a nice little upgrade from the Pittsburgh, but either way, they're a pretty nice little jack. Me personally, I like the nice things in life at Harbor Freight. So I'm gonna spend the money on the Daytona. If you like this video, go click on that one. I'm sure I'll do something great in that one too. Don't forget to take this little thing out. Crap.